Going up, going up, and made it. Floor 2. And let's go down. Going down, going down, going down. We made it! Hey guys, how's it going? And we are back with another tutorial today. This one you guys have asked for quite a bit for a while now, whether it is on older videos or on newer videos. This is for a 1.12 version of the elevators because the other elevators ones not work too well. Now, I'm not going to be showing you the smooth elevator that everybody has come to know and love because it is amazing, but at the same time, it really sucks if people are using Optifine, then you cannot see the shulkers and then it's just terrible and it breaks and doesn't look good. And then if people have a crappy computer, then sometimes the shulkers aren't even there, if you know what I'm talking about. The old elevator used shulkers and teleported them down because you could stand on shulkers, but they kind of suck because they're really glitchy. So we are going to be using back to the old school /fill/TP system. So I'll show you guys the simple way, and then I will show you guys a little bit more complicated of a way. Simple way, this is the basic concept. So you want to get a block for your base in the elevator. You can make the elevator square. You can make it have a base and a top. It just depends. I prefer just to have a base and a top because having walls inside the elevator that move as well is a little bit, how can I say this? It's a little bit laggy, not laggy, it's a little bit difficult to fit in a build. But you can do it. So we're going to build a little area for our elevator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the elevator I'm showing you right now is literally the exact elevator that I used in Quantum Lab 0, which never released. And it was really freaking sick, but nope. Had to delete that. Anyway, so I'm going to use andesite because it just looks, I don't know, like a almost like a, I don't know, like a weird kind of concrete-ish technical block. I don't know. I just prefer andesite. You can use whatever block you want, but you have this base. So you're going to use your beautiful F3 cursor to find the positive corner. Do just as I'm doing so that the cursor, check that out. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful. If you're OCD, hold on. I gotta do it just for those OCD. Hold on. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, I guess you can't get it. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, that's almost perfect. Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Anyway, so we know this is the positive corner because this little cursor tells us so, and if we walk this way, z direction goes positive since we are at negative and it goes less negative. And this way, z direction goes towards the positive. Simple, boys. Okay, so, and girls. So we're going to summon an armor underscore stand right here. And we're going to give it tags. We're going to call this one elevator. And then we are going to make it invulnerable. And we are going to make it invisible. No, I'll leave it so you guys can see it. We're going to make it marker 1B. We're going to give it no gravity 1. And boom. Here is our elevator. That is our new elevator. Now we are going to set up something simple. This is the simple way. You guys are going to easily be able to do this, I hope. This is so simple. Okay, so we do one of these is execute at e tag equals elevator TP at A, and this is where we're now. You may be familiar with /TP at A radius equals 4, like that. You may be familiar with that. Maybe you're familiar with bounding boxes. Bounding boxes is that's what I call bounding box. It's using a square radius instead. So you use dx, dy, and dz. Now what dx, dy, that just did, that teleported me because I have at A there. But dx, dy, dz, what that means is how many blocks, you see these relative coordinates, the tildes? They're literally the same thing, but inside these brackets. So tilde, tilde, tilde. So if you want to teleport somebody who is 4 blocks this way, tilde 4 blocks this way, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go 4 blocks that way. Then you put dx equals 4. And if you want to get somebody who is 4 blocks this way as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. So that would mean anyone that's 4 blocks this way and 4 blocks this way, so in this big square. So then you put dz equals 4. And then dy you can put to 4 if you want OCDness, but it doesn't matter because they're going to be in the elevator, and I don't think there'll be other elevators, so you can just make dz as big as you want. So there. So we put that like that. So now that'll teleport only people on the pad. It's going to teleport them up 1.3 blocks or 1.35 blocks or whatever you want. That's fine. Then we're going to execute out of them again. Execute out of tag equals elevator. -1, we're going to go down 1. Then we're going to do fill 4. Oh wait, no, sorry. Clone 4, 4, and where it's at. So that is going to select. So you go at him, you go down 1. So we're looking at this block, and then we're going to go clone something that is 4 this way and 4 this way. So this corner to something right there. So it's just selecting the whole box, and then it's going to go up 1. And then we are going to TP at e tag equals elevator 1. So this is the basic idea. If we click this button, boom, up. Oh wait, sorry, forgot. You have at the end of this, you have to add replace and move. Okay. Let me clone this. Let me break this. Sorry. Okay. There you go. Now it's actually moving up. So now we're going to create the down system. Down system. I almost said Down syndrome. Sorry, guys. Let's see. So go here and go here. So this would be -1, and this would be -1, and this would be instead of this, we're just gonna do -0.7, so they don't accidentally somehow go through the block. And there you go, goes down, just like that. Awesome. So this is where that's pretty much how the elevator works. Now, if you want to just do it simple, like the player doesn't activate the elevator, simplest thing is you just set up this thing. You can put them like a row of these in a row connected with repeaters until you get it to the right amount so they stop at the right level. But if you're going for something a little bit more complicated where the player activates it, we're going to need a couple more things. So this is where we work on the next idea / concept. So this one is moving using /clone and /fill. Now, I bet you guys probably want to see that this works. So I bet you're going to want me to click that. There you go. See, I went up. And this one, will work because it goes... There you go. Will work because it goes down, and going at the least bit, if the teleportation doesn't work, well, the block went down, so we're good. Anyway, so the next idea is working on floors. So floors is something a little bit difficult to pull off sometimes. But I do have a really simple trick to make all floors work. So here's your little guy. And he's just standing here. He's the elevator. Now, we need to determine where the floor is. So, depending on where you want the door to be, I'll pretend that the door is right here. But you guys are going to have to improvise. This is where I'm expecting you to be. I would say you have to be at least intermediate knowledge of command blocks to do this. But I would expect you to know some tilde stuff, some directional commands. So, we are going to expect the door to be here. So, let's put the door right here. So naturally, a door, and I'm sorry if the tutorial is going to get long, but this is to help beginners to do a beginner thing, and intermediates to do an intermediate thing, and experts to do an expert thing. Anyway, so check this out. So we have a door here, and there we go. Okay, and you can make the door however you want. In the example, I had it iron bars, doesn't matter. I guess it's nicer with iron bars. I don't know what you guys want. Let's make this one a you know, a fancy elevator with some quartz blocks as the door. Okay. Point being, here is the button to call the elevator, which I will not tell you. We're going on to the call elevator function later, but each floor needs a specific, but like marker, like a place to mark it. So we are going to summon another armor stand. This one is going to be called floor 1, or floor 2, because that one, the bottom floor would be floor 1. We will call this floor 2, and I'm making it visible so you guys can see it, but I like to put it right where the button is. So now what you have to do is you have to go bring the elevator up to the floor. So we're gonna just keep clicking this button. Now stop. This is where you want the elevator to stop. So you need to figure this out. So check this out. So we are going to count. This is literally just counting, okay? So this armor stand from here, we are going to use the F3. This is going in the Z direction if you look at my numbers. It is 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4 blocks in the Z direction, right? And then 1 in the X, 2 in the X. Okay, so we just moved in the negative X. So we got -2, and did I say 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4, okay. So we walk 4 in the positive Z, 2 in the negative X, and the armor stand is 1 up above that, so 1 in the positive Y. So all you're doing is finding the distance from him to the floor. So now, and I'm doing this in command so you guys can see it, but you can do this all in a function. You can have what I'll show you at the end how to do it in functions. All I do is I have one function for moving up, one function for moving down, and all that good stuff. Okay, so this is it. So execute at e tag equals elevator. Now you can do actually the easiest way is to do the opposite. Sorry guys. So flop that around. 2 in the positive. The distance from this thing to the armor stand is 2 in the positive x and 4 in the negative z and -1 in the thing. So just switch all these numbers because it's you should go from the armor stand inside. So execute out e tag equals floor 1. Scoreboard players tag at e tag equals elevator radius equals 1 dx equals 0. So when it's in the same block as where we're looking at. Remove elevator up. So what is this elevator up tag? We are going to add to these. We are going to add an extra execute at s tag equals elevator up. Now, if you guys are in 1.13, because I know it's coming out soon, what I want you to keep in mind is I'll have another video out pretty much as soon as 1.13 is out on um, how to use the convert executes into a 1.13 commands. So this still will work. You're just gonna have to use different named commands that are kind of like you're gonna need to use different commands like /as and /at and /offset, but that's later. Anyway, so there we go. Boom, I added it in. Execute at e tag equals elevator up. This one is execute at e tag equals elevator, execute at s tag equals elevator up. So this is just going to the elevator and then it's checking if the elevator is tagged elevator up and then it's doing the cloning. And this one is just doing the same thing, executing at the elevator, then executing if it has a tag of elevator up, and it is teleporting it upwards. So this is going to only move it up if it has elevator up. So let's move it down and you guys will see exactly what I mean. Okay. So this is basically putting a limit because once the elevator gets to the block that we're looking at with this command, it'll remove the tag of elevator up. So that is the most important part of this thing that I'm showing you right now. So I'm just going to create a slowish clock. I put that backwards. Genius. Okay. And then we can just create a button like this. This is a simple one floor system. This is just going to take you to the next floor when you click it. Scoreboard players tag at e tag equals elevator. And if you are going to have multiple elevators, I suggest you do elevate like a separate set of these for each elevator, like a separate set of commands, and you only use them when they're at the elevator because that'll keep it simple. To do it with multiple is really hard. Elevator add elevator up. Okay, so this will let us take the elevator up. There you go. And as you can see, we're going up. It's not as smooth, but it is nice and it still gets the job done. Now check this out. Boom. Oh, wait, nope. Okay, so I knew this might happen. So we're going to have to change this to radius equals 1. Okay. Scoreboard players tag at E tag equals elevator up. Remove elevator up. Okay. I guess we can just, we'll just hook that up and it'll go down on its own. And I can show you guys that it's falling down. There you go. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you go down. It doesn't teleport you all the way down, but you don't experience the full 1 block fall. Let me just remove it from the thing over here. Okay, I can just click this. We can see where it stops us. So we change it to radius equals 1. Nope. Let's see. So let me try and think about what we're supposed to do. Let's do this. Let's move him back to the right floor. And change it to say hi at E tag equals elevator radius equals 1. Let's try and see if we can find him. Okay, so it can't find floor 1. What's wrong with floor 1? Scoreboard players tag at E radius equals 3. Oh, it's because you guys are probably shaking the screen right now. I guarantee you guys are getting all upset at me. I guarantee it. Oh gosh. It's floor 2. Genius. So genius. Okay. Okay, it still does that though. Let's change it to radius now. Okay, so let's do radius equals 1. Okay, clearly that worked. Okay. Okay, so let's just do it all together now. I'm sorry if this video is taking longer because I have to bug fix while I'm trying to show you guys this. But you really wanted elevators, so you're gonna get it. Oh, did I not change the command? Did I not? I did not change the command apparently. There you go. Man, this is quite the morning. I just decided to make this video really quickly because people want it. And I have time to record. Anyway. Oh. Yes, it stopped. Okay, so we got it to stop at the floors. If you want to make another floor, go up, make another floor, tag it floor 2, put the same command, and make it do that at floor 2. Now, here's the problem with this only working at the floors. So here's the problem. So if we want to move up another floor, check this out. Let's see if we could do it. Oh, you can. Okay, we're good. Okay. So you just need to have another button if you want them to go to the next floor. So you can make a really simple system using this of going up, and if you want to go down, you can make them go down as well. We just need to change all these, copy this from elevator up, we need elevator down. So we just go here, and we do elevator down. Go here, and do elevator down. Make sure you add the -1 over on this side instead. And then elevator down. And I spelled down every single time wrong. Boom, boom, and boom. And then same thing, elevator down. And you can add like additional ones. So floor 1 as well, because we might want a floor 1. But you also have to be consistent with where the buttons are. Otherwise, you're going to have kind of a new system. Summon floor 1. Okay. Okay, now we have floor 1. Let's go here. But you're going to need like a button on each floor somehow. So that's why this system is not the greatest. Okay. It's not the greatest. You can always probably do something like this, but the button will move with you. So that might be a little annoying. So let's do this. Elevator down. Okay, and then I'll add this to the list. Things happening. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So that's how you get it to go up and down. So we got basic system, click it, goes up, this thing stops it. Click it, goes down, that thing stops it. Now, this is where that's the intermediate system. Now you can apply this if you're intermediate. Now this comes the advanced system. This is adding it so it goes to whatever floor you want. So we're gonna add another floor. This will be floor 3. This is where we get spicy. So, and it's actually really simple what I do here. It's not too bad. It's really simple to implement. It's not specific to anything, so I could technically just give you guys all these commands and you could do it in your world as long as you orient it the right direction. But I'm showing you this, so stick with me here. Here goes the more complicated part. So we have floor 2. We are going to add another armor stand, floor 3, called floor 3. This is where it gets a little spicy. So this is the basic system. And yeah, I'm not going to have the commands in the description except for maybe the final function if you want the function and to mess with it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I might not because I kind of want you guys to go through this and try it yourself. But here's this set. So we're going to just leave this as a set. Let's break that clock. So now let's grab these stack of command blocks, and we are going to get a little more spicy. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to change this from executing at floor 2 to execute at calling. Okay, calling refers to, like, what I mean by calling is it's the floor that you are going to is the floor that somebody clicked the button and now they're calling the elevator to it. So we're executing at e tag equals calling. Okay? So whatever floor is calling the thing, it'll get a tag called calling. That's what I don't know, call the elevator. I don't know what they call it, but that's a lot of calls. Okay, so now we're going to mess with these buttons. So these buttons are going to do scoreboard. They're going to do a couple things. So these buttons are going to do 2 things at once. So we're going to mess with these buttons, and we're also going to make the buttons. You can make them wireless if you want. To make a wireless button, I did a separate video on holographic things, but I'm just going to make these buttons inside the wall. But if you want to make the buttons follow with you, there is a few things you have to do. I'll just tell you right now. You have to spawn an armor stand. You have to put the buttons like this. You have to spawn armor stand here, call it like floor 1 button, floor 2 button, and then you test for if, like, you execute at the armor stand, detect if the button is pressed in. If it's pressed in, then you would give the tag of elevator up and give the correct floor the tag of calling. So that's what you do for that. And also you need to set this block back to a regular button, otherwise it'll just be constantly clicked in and it'll glitch you out. So yeah, that's what you need to do if you're doing that, but I'm just going to do inset buttons for now. So these buttons are going to do a couple things. Now, what I would do is this would be a function. Like the commands that come out of here are going to be in a function. So this is going to be floor 2. Where's this? Floor 2? I can't really put a sign because the sign will disappear. That's floor 2, that's floor 3. Scoreboard, I would do the thing with the buttons inside, with the buttons inside and the armor stands, and give the armor stands a name, and then do the thing from my holographic video. You can go back and look at that, where when you're close to the button, it will show the name, and when you're far from the button, it won't. Okay, anyway. Scoreboard players tag at E tag equals elevator. Add elevator. Oh yeah. This is the, I'm sorry, we're going to go all the way here. Tag equals floor 1, 2, add calling. So now we have to know whether it's elevator up or elevator down. So this is a new set of commands that we have to do. So it's really simple, actually. It's really simple. You guys are going to love it. Simple 2 command block commands. Execute at E tag equals calling. This is where we count again. Just like before, we get these things right here. Where was it? We get these 3 coordinates here because we're executing at the armor stand that is calling now. So whether it's floor 2 or floor 3, we're executing at the armor stand that's calling. Then we're going back to wherever the elevator should be. Okay? And then if it's above this area, anywhere above this area in the Y direction, it gets elevator down. If it's anywhere below this area, it's elevator up. So 2 commands. So get those tildes. Then we're going to scoreboard players tag at E tag equals elevator, comma dx equals whatever 0 let's just do, okay, so now we're gonna do dy equals like some big number, -30, dz equals 1, whatever, and then we're gonna add the tag of elevator down, up, sorry, it's kind of opposite. So if it's below, then it needs to go up. If it's above, then it needs to go down. There you go. And we're gonna want to go -2 because you want to go right below the exact block where we're looking at, and then in this one we're just going to want to stay at the same level, so right above the block we're looking at. So that's good. Now let's try it just like that. There you go. Click it. You're going up. We're going up. We're going up. We're going up. We're going up. Boom. Oh. Okay, so now you can see we're just constantly getting up and down. So that means that we need to adjust this to be -1. So below it, or sorry. Oh, I did this wrong. That needs to be -2. This needs to be just where it is. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh. Oh. Oh gosh. Okay. Elevator up. -2. Elevator down. There. Okay. And then we need to do, right after this happens, we need something to happen where it's scoreboard players tag at E tag equals calling, remove calling, because we need to get rid of the calling tag. Okay. So let's copy this, put this here, do it for elevator 3. Then do this one for elevator floor 3, and do this for floor 1. Okay. Why are we constantly going up and down? Scoreboard players tag at E tag equals calling, remove calling. Okay. I'm still going up and down. Okay. Okay, now we're going down. Holy crap. Okay, so I see what the problem is. We kind of hit the point where it got both the tags. So let's go to floor 2. And let's see what happens there. So this is the part where I always had to finick with in the other world, but I was able to get it to work good. Okay, it stopped. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, so there we go. So we have to remove the tag of calling. So once it removes the elevator up, you should remove the tag of calling. If you're using this in a function file, you would do this, like this thing, and then instead of putting scoreboard, you put a play a function, and in the function, you remove the elevator up and remove the calling. Anyway, floor 3. There we go. So now we're good. So you would also, if you're doing it in the function, you before you remove the calling, if you're doing it in the function, before you remove the calling, you would fill the doors with air. So you would do 1, 2, 3, -1, -1. Yeah, you would fill this door with air. Like you would, what you would do is I would put another conditional here and fill the door at the calling armor stand, the floor armor stand, with air so the player can get out. I don't really want to do that because that's going to be annoying. And then when they click the floor button, it is going to it's going to fill it back with quartz. So a little bit of complex system, but as much as I would like it to be simple, you can't really go with simple if you're going to get something that works really nicely. The previous system of elevators that I used worked fairly nicely, but it had so many problems and bugs. This one is really nice. Now, if you want to make the elevator have like an actual square, you can just change the cloning size to a bigger size. There you go, we made it down to floor 1. Awesome. That's all I want to go over in this video, guys. That's 30 minutes or 30 minutes of me going over how to do this elevator. This is the finished product, kind of. What I would do is I would put these inside of a function. If you're advanced, I would put these inside a function, inside a separate function, and then I would put these in the main function, and then I would put a small timer to create this kind of slowed ascend and this kind of clock inside the function. I would use a scoreboard timer that it goes like 20, counts to 20, does the movement, counts to 20, does the movement, that kind of thing. That's what I did. I'll actually give you guys a quick peek at that function right now. So if you guys made it this far, I'm probably going to put this function in the description, but you might not understand how it is. So elevator, we got call elevator. So this is just, okay, so this is, sorry, this is executing at, this is reset. Okay, so this, when you click the button, this is like executing at any of the floors. That floor button resets the stone button that you click in. So it's like immediately, you press the button in to call to the floor, like on the floor here. You press this button, and it had to be I'm on the floor without the button. You press this button and it immediately unpresses. That way you don't have things happening very fast. Then it's adding their elevator score, and then it's doing this, and it's tagging. This is the tagging the elevators, filling iron bars. Oh yeah, okay, so this is filling the iron bars. I could probably rearrange these if I wanted, but this is filling the iron bars, and this is unfilling the iron bars. And the basic idea is this one is it tags, this is tagging it with calling, or calling elevator, what I call calling elevator. This is giving the elevator up to the elevator that is below it. This is giving the elevator down to if the elevator is above it. This is resetting the timer, so it's every 30, so every second and a half it moves. Elevator up is right here. Elevator up just TPs it up, does the 3 things we went over. Elevator down just does the 3 things we went over, but then it also sets these blocks to cobblestone walls because I have like a wire system, and it would clear the wires and not look too good, so I fixed that. So yeah, that's the basic idea. And then inside here we have the general function, which has all the stone. These are just stone button detects. So see, it's executing at elevate floor 1 is the button for floor 1, and it's detecting if it's pushed in, and if it is, then it's adding call elevator to floor 1, and so on and so on and so on. This is playing the function if if the floor is being called, and this is tagging it if the button is pushed for any of them. So a little bit more complicated and confusing to look at in the function set system. This is a long video. This is the basic set, these 3 things here. I'll just you know what? I'll just create a structure file for you guys with these 3 command stacks here, and you guys can look at this and play around with this yourself. Turn it into a function. I have a video for that before. But anyways, guys, thanks for showing up. A little bit more difficult. If you got to this far, you either skipped the video or you actually watched through it, which is really awesome. If you guys want more cool things like this. I want to make some shorter videos for you. I don't want to like make you sit here through 30-minute videos every single day, but that's just what you guys are asking for. So if you guys want to see some shorter, like simpler videos, go ahead and say what you want to see in the description. I'm still doing that. It's just I don't always get to them. So leave a comment on my newest video if you want to see anything. Anyways, guys, other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.